Good morning. September 25th, 2023. Gonna do a little bit of a walkabout on the property. Citrus County, Florida. Pine Ridge community. So let's take a little walk. We bought the house 10 years ago. We're the second owners, and many things we like about it. We like the design, we like the additional things that the original owners did. We love the a lot of concrete, but we love the circular driveway. So we're just going to kind of take a peek at what's going on here. We've got the two large magnolias that are both doing really well. They're about very close to the exact same size. There's another look at the circular driveway. As you know, if you've seen my videos before, I've got thousands of hours into the yard design myself and revamping the layout and the beds, and a lot of plantings, also a lot of trees that have been taken out, and what's happened with those. Here's the front of the house. Weather's starting to get a little bit cooler. We had a little cool front come through where we had a couple of mornings in the low 60s, which was really nice. So this is a custom dream home. It's the style. Got these four nice hollies here in the front. Got a dozen or so boxwoods. We've got the river rock, over a 30-year yard barrier blanket. So there's very little weeds that come through on the beds. The river rock is amazing in its ability to hold form when we have heavy rain. Before that, we had mulch, and it used to wash out way below the driveway. So we've got the Yaupons, the weeping Yaupons that have been trimmed. Got some neighbors walking by, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a right here. So we'll go over some new things since the last video. Here's my live oak topiary. There's a crow warning other birds that were coming. But this is pretty cool. This is a real live oak. These are live oaks right here. I got a few big ones in the backyard that I'll show you. But for years now, I've been shaping this as it's kind of a cone. A very amateur topiary. Check out the pine needles. They're like, I don't know, 15 inches long. Pretty cool. This is a really nice holly tree right here. This is a trimmed holly. These are my Carolina Sapphire cypress trees that are doing great. Planted these about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And they're filling out nicely. They're going to become essentially kind of a wall here. They're gonna grow to 12 to 14 feet and about the same width, so they'll be semi-touching if all works out. Here's the Native American hawthorns. Got a bunch of azaleas that I planted, and they're doing okay. I lost a few of them because of I don't know, whatever reason. Here's my my holly tree that is now, from this perspective, completely hiding, except a little tip, the telephone pole. And again, this is the curbing done by Citrus Curb. Really nice work. It's a solid color. It's not just the top colored, but it's a solid light brown. These weeping Yaupons are beautiful. Again, JLH did a nice job trimming these. Got 2 of them. Birds absolutely love these trees. Plenty of material to make a nest. The berries are really good. They're kind of medicinal. Native Americans use them to make tea for anti-inflammatory scents. So here's another shot of the front yard. So this bed is something that I added about 7 years ago. Built it new, and it's come out real well. The Yaupon was here, but it was planted in 2008, and it was you couldn't really see it when we got here because this whole area was all pine trees. So it didn't have much light to grow, but now it's just about the same size as this one. The lawn has had a pretty good year. Using Lesco products. I'm due now to do a kind of a weed control on the lawn because you get weeds, and we've got this material, this liquid that we put down that doesn't hurt the grass but takes care of the weeds. So that's about ready to do. All the flax lilies are doing great. It's amazing how these do grow. They get to be 3 and 4 feet in diameter. They can be divided, which I'll probably do this fall. Probably divide them and put a few more in the backyard. Got a little bit of a surprise. I'm going to introduce you to our new Kia Telluride, which is 2024. Karen and I went on a long trip in it, and it was nothing short of incredible in its ability and comfort. But here's a quick look at it under the carport. The color is called Wolf Gray. It's got 20-inch wheels. It's the top of the line. There's about 12 different Tellurides that you can buy. Depends on the options. But this is the X Pro. Kind of walk you through some of the features on this thing. It's got the absolute top of the line sound system. And let's just take a quick peek. This is all Napa leather, and one of the best features that I love on this is that every 30 minutes it's called lumbar repositioning, but you get a back massage in the driver's seat, which when you're driving like we did 6, 8, 10 hours a day on our trip, it's pretty remarkable. So this is the Telluride SX Prestige X Pro V6 all-wheel drive. That's a lot of words. This had a list price of a dealer list price of $65,819. Because they added a lot of accessories, the manufacturer recommended price was $55,270, but it's got pinstriping, weather mats, cargo net, security locks on the wheels. Got a lifetime warranty. I bought the extended warranty on this, 10 years, 100,000 miles. 3.8 liter V6, it's like 290 horsepower, 8-speed automatic transmission. It's pretty cool because it's got all these features: forward collision avoidance, blind spot collision warning, cross traffic warning, parking distance warning, smart cruise control with stop and go. That was amazing. We got caught in a rainstorm and in Charlotte, and traffic went from 70 down to 0, and for 40 minutes we went between 0 and 20 miles an hour. This car put on the brakes by itself, accelerated by itself, and even though I did have my hand on the steering wheel, it also steered by itself, which was incredibly relaxing compared to a normal situation. So anyway, very high on this car. I've been watching it for years, and the 2024 just came out, so we now have 6,000 miles on it. It's got AC, front and center bucket seats. It's very comfortable. It's got the double moonroof. It seats 7. Got a lot of room in it. Kind of neat that if you need to lower this seat, just hit the button. Hit that button, and they do come all the way down. They're hitting the back of those seats right now, but they do come all the way down. So this will close up by itself. (2024) Telluride. Super comfortable car. The quietest SUV in the world, they claim. A tenth of a decibel below the next competitor. It's super quiet, super comfortable, and yet you feel like you do have a driver experience. You've got all kinds of options. Sport and snow, and I just keep it on eco to get gas mileage, which averages about 22 miles per gallon. That's with the all-wheel drive option, and on a trip we got like 24, 25. So here we've got our trusty shed that stores a great deal of stuff in the backyard now. Since I've had this fence painted with a Sherwin-Williams fence paint, which is like iron. It's a beautiful morning. This live oak tree, which was pretty much buried by pine trees when we got here, has now grown to about 40 feet. And again, all this river rock. I have river rock around the entire house with a 30-year blanket underneath it to prevent weeds. It holds up. It's got a lifetime warranty, river rock, believe it or not. But because of settling and what have you, I'm probably get 3 or 4 yards next year and just kind of spruce them up. So we did a lot of experimentation with pentaflowers. Especially pleased with these. These are the perennial pentas that were only, up, I don't know, several inches in height. But they grow to 4 feet high and 4 feet wide. And I think I'm going to really populate this area next year with perennial pentas because they're really pretty and they last a long time. They're healthy plants. And butterflies and hummingbirds love these. So this is also a perennial penta. We've got a bunch of other things that I've planted. The red tip potilia is starting to blossom, if you will, with the red tips that time of year. Very pretty, and all those are leaves. And over time, those grow and then turn green, and the next 6 months later we get another crop of red tips. Pretty much how that works. So you may recall that this area was completely wooded, and we turned it into what we call a bird room. We made a palm grove here. These are the tall palmetto palms. They grow to about 10 to 12 feet. That's as big as they get. And these were all just very native before we cut out all the dead palm leaves below. And I just, every once in a while, I'll just go in there and touch this up, clean it up a little bit. But we have outdoor lighting, evening lighting that lights these up. And we've got the moon lighting up here that will light the area like a full moon. This is our fire pit area, which we'll be using soon because it's getting cooler. And this is our Myrtle Oak, which is doing really, really, really well. Probably added, since we've got it, an arborist that came and heavily trimmed it and probably gained 3 inches, maybe 4 inches in diameter on the base. And no joke, probably, this is in 2 years, 12 feet in height, 10 to 12 feet. I mean, this thing has just gone nuts. So it's very, very pretty, kind of a rare Florida tree. The centerpiece of the backyard. This was a surprise gift to Karen. We've been married almost 52 years, and I pulled this out of her dad's cellar like 30 years ago. This handle was broken, so I got it re-welded and didn't do anything to the paint. Just clear coated it, and we store it outside. But I gave it to Karen as a Mother's Day present, and she knew right away what it was. This is what she used to move around when she was 6 years old. So that was pretty cool. She knew right away what it was. And it was a surprise. So this is another live oak here that's doing great. Azaleas are starting to come out. So I've got, these are older azaleas right here that I transplanted that are doing okay. And they're starting to blossom. Another Carolina Sapphire cypress next to the sundial, doing well. This is kind of a funny story. I had put this bird feeder with suet and sunflower seeds up. It was originally a little bit beyond that tree. Well, the tree grows, and to the point that the squirrels can climb up the tree, jump off the limb. They can't go up the pole because of this slinky, which is incredible. Highly recommended that you buy a slinky and you stick it into the top of this galvanized pipe. You can see all the attempts by the squirrels, all the scratching to try to get up this pole. They can't. They just slide down. Not that I have anything against squirrels, but I don't want to pay $15 a week in suet, and they just gobble it up. No way. Suet and birdseed. So anyway, this is working well. So I relocated this. Over here are the live oaks that are lit up at night. This is Daisy's new swing. She's growing, and we got her a bigger swing when they come down to visit. But these trees are really cool. The live oaks, they're very flexible, very strong trees. Very difficult to to hurt in a high windstorm. But they're very pretty, kind of majestic looking trees. And we've got lighting here for those as well. So this past year has been an experiment with blueberry bushes, where they like high drainage, acidic soil. So underneath this mulch I've got pine needles for acid, and basically just kept them watered, try to keep them alive, and they're all doing okay. So let's see what happens over the winter time, how they grow, and whether or not we get a crop of blueberries to start. And I'll probably buy some more if we do. Another experiment. This Survivor live oak tree is something that I found in the woods, transplanted, overwatered to the point that all the leaves fell off, and I thought I killed it. But I didn't take it down because it still had, this has all got leaves now, of course, but it still had the branches still had flexibility, and I'm saying, I don't think this is dead. So it was at least 6 months until I saw a little tiny bit of growth coming out of the main stalk here, if you will, the trunk. I saw something like this. I'm going, son of a gun. It's got some life to it. So I said, okay, let's just leave it alone. Let nature take its course. And they are very difficult to transplant because they have a very deep, even this small one here has a very deep base root, and then they have other fingers that come out the top near the top of the ground. But you got to get that. You got to get the entire deep root that underneath the tree without breaking it transplanted, which I pretty much did. I mean, there was a little bit of damage, but I said, okay, it's going to do all right. Now it's I don't know, 12 feet high. So very cool. I'm trying to train it so it goes straight. So I might just put a little help like right here, so it continues to grow straight. Over here, it's been a mixed review on our bluebird houses. I got 2. Did everything I was supposed to do as far as facing east and having a source of water, having a source of mealworms. This is specifically designed for bluebirds. We had a lot of activity. We had a lot of bluebirds hanging around and checking it out, and one set of bluebirds built a nest, but they found a better place. They didn't continue to stay here. So we've got a little solar light here. I'm just going to kind of move up a little bit. I'm going to have to tighten that up. There. That should be okay. Again, freshly painted fence with the Sherwin-Williams paint. Very nice. These were super dry. And the latest addition is we now have a gate on this side of the house as well. And this is super good. Our handyman Barry is really good. He did a great job putting this in, and when I mow the lawn, I just open it up and then I can pass through to the other side, and it saves a little bit of time, makes it a little bit easier. And this gate will come in handy if we need anybody to come into the back, for example, in the far corner, remove some yard waste or something like that. So that's about it. Nothing new here on the lanai, except this year handyman Barry painted, super cleaned the lanai floor. I helped a little bit and gave it a fresh coat of once again real high quality paint, Sherwin-Williams deck paint. And these are new. They're coming out super good. I love these. This is kind of an experiment. I'm sorry, but I can't remember the name of these. What I like about them is they have a good succulent leaf, so they tend to hold water, and they survived the really hot summer weather pretty well. You know, I would water them pretty frequently, but you can tell when they're sad. You know, they're a little droopy and they're thirsty, so gave them a lot of water. So I think not sure if I have a tag here somewhere, but I really like the way these are growing, and I think I'm going to put these in a couple of beds to see how they do next year. So that's it. We've got this iron furniture here that it's plastic. They don't sell it anymore at Lowe's or Home Depot, but it's really rugged stuff. It's done so well. And then we've got the real deal here, this heavy weaved rattan lanai furniture that's done really well. So that's about it. Everything is good. I hope anybody watching this hits the like button, maybe subscribe. We've got a total of 200,000 views on videos now, various things. I'm thinking of doing some shorts on short videos under a minute on various things like workout techniques for septuagenarian adults, the swimming and various lifting exercises, weight exercises, hip exercises, all that kind of stuff. Thinking of doing that. Okay, so that's it. I think what we'll do is just walk back out, use this gate. I'll put the Kia back in the garage. I just put it under the carport for a few minutes to show everybody that the features and benefits of that car. It's very cool. We had taken out about, if you look at these pine trees, even the thin ones are 80 feet tall. So they're 80 feet to 100 feet in height. Took out a whole bunch here because this oak tree was completely hidden, and it's a big tree, and what you can't see is how much it's grown and how much thicker it's getting. The south side of the tree is getting a ton of sun now. This is the north side, and it's growing like crazy, so it's a happy tree, which is what we had hoped. It's got kind of an odd, you know, trunk. I wish it were straight, but hey, what are you gonna do? The pine tree behind it is also getting a lot more light, and that's a kind of a cool pine tree. Kind of a majestic shape on the trunk and all. Anyway, so this is doing great, and this is all natural Florida grass that I don't know, it's almost 4 or 5 feet tall in some spots. Pretty cool stuff. There goes this morning's school bus. So thanks for watching. Got a beautiful day here today with some very nice cloud formations. Got some rain coming up a little bit later, which is good for everything. And okay, so that's it. Have a great day. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.